Hi, this would have been live, but unfortunately technology is not cooperating today. This is the Thursday, 6:45 p.m. slow flow yoga with a bit of meditation, and of course you'll be getting it an hour late. Apologies, but I'll start anyway. So we're going to lie down, lying on the mat, close your eyes, and we're going to start by taking some nice deep breaths and seeing if you can slowly exhale. Eyes are closed, and really start to take longer breaths in and longer breaths out. Shoulders are tucked under, arms and legs are as relaxed as they can be. And then all together, let's take an inhale through the nose. Hold on to the breath and let it out through the mouth. Once more, in through the nose. Hold the breath and let it out through the mouth. Last time, breathing in, holding on, and letting it out. Take one or two really steady, mindful breaths now that come in and out through your nose. And then we'll start by bringing the knees up into the chest and gently rocking on the lower back. So you want to make circles, easing out all the muscles, finding a massage against the floor. And then let's come into a twist. So squeeze the knees in as you inhale, roll to the left as you exhale. Hold the knees down on the floor and lean and reach back over to your right. And you want to take deep breaths into the right ribs. And then ground down into your right shoulder. Take one more breath. And then as you breathe in, come back up to the middle. Squeeze the knees in as you inhale. Roll to your right as you exhale and lean back over to the left. And again, you want to ground down through your left shoulder, squeezing the knees down towards the floor. One more breath here. And then come back up to the middle. And let's bring ourselves up and over onto all fours. So this is going to be a nice slow moving class, no kind of sudden movements, not really much jumping. We really want to try and keep a focus on synchronizing the movement with the breath. So getting yourself aligned for some cat and cow breathing. So as you inhale, we're looking up towards the ceiling, drawing the chest forward. As you exhale, push down with the hands, tuck the chin and really round the back. Take a breath in, ripple through the spine, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, breathing out. So keep going on your own, with your own timing, synchronizing movement and breath. Good. And then when you finish, we're going to come into child's pose. So take your knees wide, big toes touch, take the bum to the heels and reach forward. Let your forehead rest on the mat and we'll take deep breaths into the back of the body. And then let's walk the hands over to the left, just a little bit round. So you can stretch all the way up the right side of the body, the right ribs, right armpit. So once you've taken the arms around, see if you can sink your hips down towards your right foot. And then again, let the head rest on the floor. Take one more breath. And then walk the hands all the way around to the other side. Keeping the bum and the hips towards the left heel, hands around to the right, stretching all the way up the right side of the body. Sorry, the left side of the body. So see if you can breathe into where you feel that stretch the most. And then bring yourself back up to the middle, up to all fours. And we'll get moving now with some downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, spread the fingers, lift the hips. And take a few moments here to pedal out the heels, sway the hips, nod the head, and really push the floor away. Let your head hang. Use the tips of all 10 fingertips. Work the heels down towards the floor. When you're ready, we're going to come into a high plank. So bringing the shoulders over the wrists, and then drop the knees, bring the body down to the mat, and breathe into a low cobra. Keep the elbows tucked in, push down through the feet, and keep the back of the neck long. Holding it here again, take some nice deep breaths. And then we'll push back again to child's pose. So roll over the knees, take the bum to the heels, and then make your way up to downward facing dog. Take 1 or 2 breaths here as well. And let's lift up the right leg. Bend the knee, lift the knee up, twist from the waist. Keep pushing down with both hands. And then bring the knee forward and hold it into the chest. Push down with the hands. Breathe in, lift up again. Find that twist. And then knee forward as you exhale. Let's do one more. So as you breathe in, lifting the leg, bending the knee, reaching the heel round to the left hip. And then bring the knee into the chest again. And let's place the foot on the outside of the right hand. And we won't come down to lizard, we'll just hold it here. So pushing down through the hands, both legs are pushing down through the feet. Push back with your left heel. Try and draw the spine straight, and then let's lift the right hand and come into a twist. Reach up out the shoulder blade, bring the hand all the way around so you're circulating it in the socket. Making big circles forwards, up and round. Good, try and keep the breath steady. Lovely, and then place the hand back down, step to your plank, drop the knees, lower down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, child's pose, push back. And then make your way up to downward facing dog. And lift your left leg. Twist from the waist, squeeze the heel in towards the right hip. So really open up the left side of the body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, knee to chest, shoulders over the wrist. Good. Breathing in, lifting up, opening out. As you exhale, coming forwards again. Try and move with your breath. Nice, slow, steady movements. Up when you're over for the twist. Knee forwards as you exhale. And then lightly place the foot to the left side of the hand. Try and straighten the spine as much as you can and take a steady breath here. Really getting into your hips and your hip flexors. And then raise the left arm for your twist, opening out first of all. Take a couple of breaths here as well. And then let's move the arm in the shoulder socket. So bringing it, making circles as big as you can with the fingertips. Really exploring all the movement you can get in that shoulder. One more. Good. And then look down, we're going to step forwards with the right foot and end up in a hanging forward fold. Let your head go. Try and find again that freedom of movement, softening the knees, head is heavy, really wobbling out through the arms, through the front and back of the body. One more breath. Good. And then very carefully roll up. Tuck your chin, keep the knees soft. Bring yourself up to a standing position at the top of your mat. Good. Feet together as you inhale, raise the arms. As you exhale, dive forwards. Good. Inhale, flatten the back. And no jumping tonight. We're going to step back with the right foot. So again, you're in that lunge. And then step back with the left foot. And lower down. Your choice. You can come all the way down or hover in your low plank and come to up dog or cobra. Exhale, push back. Let's take a couple of breaths. And always remember, if child's pose feels more appropriate, please take it instead. Good. And then we're going to raise the right leg, place it in between the hands, place the left foot, and again hang forward. Take a moment here. Any movements here are good. And then flatten the back and look forwards. Exhale again, fold over the legs. Take a breath in to bring yourself up to standing. So open the arms wide, lead with the chest, open the heart. And then exhale, melt forwards. Try and open the chest as you hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. This time step back with your left leg. Really mindfully hold the position, stretch through the hip. And then step back with the right, lower down. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. Exhaling, down dog. Take a couple of breaths. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, push the floor away. And when you're ready, raise your left leg as you inhale. Exhale, step it forwards. Right foot comes forwards and hang. Feet can be your hip width apart. Let's again hang forwards. And then inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, melt over the legs. Good. Breathe in, stand up tall. We'll stay standing. And bring the hands down the middle line. Lovely. Reach behind the back. Interlock the fingers, open the chest. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward, getting into your shoulders. Hold it here. Knees can be soft or legs can be straight, whatever feels best. So this whole practice this evening, we're trying to find a softness in the movement and a real steady focus on the breath. One more breath. Good. Keep the body where it is, but release the hands. Place them down, find a halfway lift. Exhale, step right leg back, step left leg back, and lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in and lift your right leg. Breathe out, step it between the hands and come up to warrior two tonight. We're going to hold it in a warrior two. Push down through the feet, arms are lightly extending out, head facing towards the right. Try and make sure your right knee's over your right ankle. Take your inhale, turn your right hand to face the sky, draw a rainbow with the fingertips and come over into reverse warrior. Make sure you breathe in. And then as you breathe out, come all the way forward, elbow to knee, left hand this time follows that rainbow shape. Inhale, come all the way up. And take the right arm over. Good. So moving with your own breath, nice and graceful, drawing that rainbow. So you might find you're taking an inhale and an exhale with each of the movements. Again, make this work for you. Do one more. And then the next time you're coming forwards, we'll take the hands all the way to the floor and step back to your plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. And let's go the other side. So left leg rises. Step it through. Every movement is precise and mindful. Come up to warrior two. Hold it here. Knee over the ankles, soften the shoulders. So sometimes this more slow practice, I don't know about you, I find it quite stressful. So make sure you're not grimacing, you soften the shoulders. Inhale, palm of the left hand faces the sky, reach up and over. Good, and then come forward, elbow to knee, right hand, up and over. So again, move with your breath. I'm not going to tell you when the breath should be moving. So try and move in a way that feels natural for your body. And let's do one more. So you want to have one more reverse warrior. And then next time you're coming over, hands to the floor, step back and lower down. Cobra or up dog as you inhale. And then exhale, down dog. Or feel free to take child's pose as well. And we'll take 5 long breaths. Close your eyes. And see if you can make the inhale and the exhale a little bit longer. One more breath. And then very carefully back up to all fours. Tuck your toes for your downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in, lift up your right leg. Breathe out, step it through. Come up to warrior one. Front knee over the ankle. Drop the shoulders, push down through the feet, lift up out of the waist. Make sure your chest is square to the front. Interlock the fingers behind the back. Reach back, open the chest, inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward, hands come over the head. Holding your humble warrior. Keep pushing down through your feet so the legs stay strong. And then you're lengthening the front of the body. Reach the arms up and over. One more breath. And then lead with your chest to bring yourself up to standing. Take the hands down, step back to your plank and lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's do the other side. Lift your left leg. Sweep it through as you exhale and breathe in to come up to warrior one. Make sure the front knee's over the ankles, shoulders are down. Square your chest, push down through the feet. And then reach behind. Interlock the fingers, breathe in, open the chest, and then as you exhale, come forwards, hands over the head. Let the head hang. So if you feel comfortable with your balance, look towards your belly button. Take one more breath. And then lead with the chest to come up to your standing position. Take the hands either side of your front foot and step back and lower down. Move with your breath. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Again, we're going to take 5 deep breaths. And you want to make sure you're comfortable, so arms can be however works for you this evening. Take 1 more breath. And then make your way back up, downward facing dog. And let's lift the right leg. Place the foot in between the hands. Drop the left heel, come up with straight, so you end up with straight legs, and we'll prepare for triangle, Trikonasana. So feet are as they would be for warrior 1, arms are extended, take your body over to the right, and then windmill the arms for Utthita Trikonasana. You want a straight line from the left wrist, left elbow, shoulder, all the way down the right arm. And then you're looking up, if it feels okay, on your neck. And then as always, we're taking steady, steady breaths. One more breath in. And then look down, soften your right knee, set your hands. Step back to plank and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra, really open your chest. Exhale, down dog, and then lift up your left leg, breathe in. Breathe out, step through, and come up to prepare for Trikonasana. So your right heel, left heel is roughly in line with your back instep. Keep the chest square, take the body over, windmill the arms, and look up towards the ceiling. Push down through both of your feet, and then try not to take any weight in your left arm. You want to feel in your right shoulder, your right hip are drawing back, and try and find a lightness in your face. One more breath. Good. Look down, soften the knee. Plant your hands, step back to plank, and lower down. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. Breathe out, down dog or child's pose. Return to your deep, deep breaths. Feel free to close your eyes. One more inhale. One more exhale. And then raise your right leg. Place it to the outside of the right hand. This time we will do lizard. So drop your left knee, come onto the top of the foot, sink into the hips. Feel free to come down onto the elbows, or even do the Pilates version, where you take your right arm around the outside. Again, this is your time. Feel free to practice how you like, as long as you're really sinking into your hip, letting your head go, and taking some really steady breaths. One more breath like this. Good. Back up on the hands if you went down on your elbows. Tuck your left foot. Step back, option of that vinyasa, or you can wait in a down dog. And then let's do the other side. So lift up your left leg and place it to the left side of the left hand. Make any modifications or adjustments. Come onto your right knee, right foot. Lengthen through the spine. And come into lizard here. Let the head drop, let the shoulders relax. Take another breath. And then come back up onto your hands. Tuck the right foot. Back to your plank. Again, option of the vinyasa, or wait in down dog or child's pose. And let's take 2 deep breaths here. And then raise your right leg for a pigeon. Bring the knee forwards and out to the right. Slide back on your left leg. Check your knees are happy. Flex your right foot and soften down. So I'm assuming that everyone's done yoga before, so I haven't got many kind of instructions. So apologies if this is your first yoga, maybe do one of the beginners ones. Sorry, I should have put that. I'll put it in the info on the video. And then one more breath. And then make your way back up onto your hands. You know the drill. You can go through vinyasa, wait in a child's pose, down dog, before we do the other side. When you're ready, lift your left leg. Every movement is precise. Flex your left foot to look after the knee and come into pigeon on the other side. Softening down, take the attention to your breath. One more big inhale, long exhale. And we're going to stay down on the mat, so bring yourself up, sit into your left hip and sweep your legs around. And come into a cross-legged position. So you might want to grab a pillow or something to sit on if this isn't comfortable for you. There's always kneeling as well if you're very uncomfortable. You want your spine to be as tall as it can be, and we'll come into a twist. So we're going to take the left hand behind the back, the right hand onto the left knee. Take an inhale, sit up really tall, and then look all the way over your left shoulder. Check the shoulders are dropping down. Scoop in behind the belly, lift up tall. And really imagine that corkscrewing of the spine. And then come back to the middle. We're going to hinge forward, so lifting up out of the waist, tipping forward. Again, you might find you prefer to stay upright, particularly if you've got tightness in your hips. Close your eyes. You want your spine to be as straight as it can be, and then really soften down into the floor or wherever you are. Try and keep a little bit of grounding back through your sit bones, through the back of your thighs. Good, and then bring yourself all the way back up. And let's change the cross of the legs. So you want the other foot in front now. And we'll twist the other way. So sit up tall first. Take your left hand across, right hand behind. Push to lift up. And then look over your right shoulder. Each time you breathe out, try and twist a little bit more. One more breath. And then come back to the middle. Lift up out of the sides of the waist and find your forward stretch. Again, modifying so it's suitable for your body. Really trying to get the front of the body just as long as the back of the body. So the spine is as straight as it can be. One more breath. And then bring yourself back up to a seated position. Legs straight out in front, flex your feet, untuck your glutes, we'll come forward for Paschimottanasana. So reaching up, hinging forward, keeping the spine straight, bending the knees if it's helpful, closing your eyes again, and coming into your forward fold. Focusing on lengthening your inhale, lengthening your exhale. And then coming up when you're ready. Good. Take your right leg into your left, Janu Shirshasana. Sitting up tall, flex the foot, reach up, drop the shoulders, keep the chest open to hinge forward. Let the head go. Shoulders away from the ears. Steady the breath and really try and hold your attention on the practice. Good, and then come up. As you inhale, keep your left leg forward, cross your right foot over the knee, and we'll come into another twist. So feel free, particularly if your knees are a bit dodgy, to keep the bottom leg straight, or you might want to lean to your left and flick the leg back so that you can sit on your sit bones. Again, it's an option. We're twisting the spine, so it really depends on how you feel with your legs. So if you are crossing, coming into this posture, make sure that both sit bones are even on the floor. If the leg is extended, keep the foot really flexed. So we're going to twist to the right. So sit up tall. Your left hand, you can either hold the knee, or if you've got the mobility, you can hook your elbow. And then we're taking the right hand behind the back. Some of you might want to do the bind, where you thread your left hand through the hole and connect the hands. You kind of need long arms to do that, or open shoulders. So this is all about the twisting. So lengthen on the inhale, twist on the exhale. One more breath, putting lots of nice hip openers tonight. And then back to the middle. Let's release the legs, give them a shake, and do both of those on the other side. So this time you're bringing the other leg in, lifting up tall and lengthening forward for Janu Shirshasana. So your left foot now should be coming into the right thigh, flexing the foot. As always, apologies if I've completely got the right and left mixed up, which is hugely likely. Just do the other side on this time round. So keeping lengthening through the front of the body, soften through the jaw, through the shoulders. Long breaths. One more inhale. A nice long exhale. And then bring yourself up. Keep the same leg extended. Cross the other leg over. Again, there's that option to flick the knee back, sit down on the sit bones. Make sure your knees are happy though. And then we're twisting the other way. So lengthening tall. So the opposite arm to whichever knee is crossed over. Either hook the elbow or hug the knee. Other hand behind you, lift up tall. And then really feel that you're pulling in the lower belly and looking all the way over your left shoulder. One more breath. Good, and then come back to the middle, releasing out through your legs. And let's bring the soles of the feet together, open the knees wide. Sit up really tall, and then your choice, stay upright or hinge forward. Close your eyes, we're going to take 5 steady breaths here. If your mind is very busy, you can count through the breath, maybe in for 5 and out for 5. Good, and then make your way up on an inhale. Draw the legs together. Give them a shake out. Good, and we'll come into some back bending and core work. But again, everything's going to be really slow moving, really mellow. So make sure you've got space behind you. Hang off the legs and roll back. Hug the knees in, gently rock left and right. Make some nice movements on the spine to find a massage. And then hold the backs of the knees. Rock up, keep the feet away from the floor for Navasana. Any variation is fine, so hold the knees, bend the legs, raise the arms. Most important thing is to steady your breath. One more breath here. Round the spine, hang off the knees, roll back. Move on your spine. Good. Set your feet on the floor. Tuck your shoulders under, fingertips touch the heels. Lift the hips for bridge. Tuck the shoulders under. Draw the knees as if draw them towards each other, but as if you're holding a beach ball. And then interlock your fingers. Push down with the feet. Grip your glutes. One more breath. And then lift your heels, release your hands, roll down the spine. Good. Lift the feet for Navasana. Roll up. Your choice. You can hold the knees or do it without. Take 2 breaths. Good. Hug round the spine, hold the knees. Bring yourself back. Set your feet down on the floor. We're going to move through the bridge with the breath. So fingertips touching heels, big toes turn in. As you inhale, lift the arms, lift the hips. Bring the arms up over the head, squeeze your bum. As you exhale, arms come back over and ripple down through the spine. So do this in your own time, making sure that the movement matches up with the breath. Keeping your steady focus. Do one more. And then when you finish again, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Rock up to Navasana. Hold it here. Making any variations you like, keeping your steady breath. And then bend your knees, hook your big toes with your index finger and your middle finger. Let your spine round, roll back till your feet touch the floor behind you. And then come back to the posture holding the feet. And again, keep your spine, make sure your spine is rounding as you roll back. And then come back to the posture. Let's do one more. If you want to try the wide leg variation, go for it. It's really important to round so you don't hurt your back. Feet touch the floor, and then a little soft bend in the knee as you come up will really help you keep the balance. Wonderful. And then let go. Come to lie on your back. Knees hug into the chest. Gently rock left and right. And we'll come into happy baby. So take hold of your feet, open the knees wide. Push down with the hands. Make sure your chin is tucked in, back of the neck is long. Nice, steady breaths. Lovely. From here, shoulder stand, legs up the wall, any upside downy posture you like. You can lie on your back with your legs in the air as well, if that's appropriate. And wherever you choose to be, we'll take 10 breaths. So always remember in your shoulder stand, try and keep a straight line from your ankles, knees and hips, and then eventually the shoulders as well. And then you don't want to move your head. and then slowly unroll. And let's come into Matsyasana, the fish. So set your feet on the mat so you can lift up your hips and sit on your hands. Stretch out your legs. So your hands are underneath your lower back with the palms facing down. Tuck your elbows in so that you can push into them so you're sitting up looking at your feet. Tuck the elbows in, puff out your chest, feet together, point your toes, let your head drop back. Feel free to stay here. Some people like to roll all the way back onto their head, but really check that you've got that openness through the chest. You can also lift up your feet if you want a little bit more activity. Wherever you are, feet together, toes pointed, and this is all about opening up your chest. One more breath, and then slowly, slowly come back down onto the floor. Hug the knees in. Gently rock left and right. And then we'll come up to seated and we'll have a little look at some breathing, some meditation. So the reason I'm saying come back up to seated is if you lie down you might well fall asleep. So you can sit on your mat. We're going to be here about 5 to 8 minutes. So if you don't think you can stay comfortable, by all means sit on your sofa, your chair, whatever you like. And we're going to do some mindfulness meditation. So wherever you are, make sure you're comfortable and you can sit with your eyes closed. So it doesn't matter if you can see the screen or not, as long as you can hear me. So finding your position, spine straight, but you want to be able to be, to not completely let go, because we don't want to be dropping off. Close your eyes. And really take your attention to the space between your eyebrows. And almost imagine you're breathing into this area and breathing out from this area. So ideally we're breathing through the nose. In the air, imagine a nice cool pale blue stream of air coming up through the nostrils into the space between the eyebrows, the third eye. And then as you exhale, the air is drawing down from that space out of the nostrils. And imagine the air that's coming out is almost like a dark grey smoke. Imagine all the impurities, all the negativity coming out. So you're breathing in pale blue, calm. Breathing out anything you don't want to be there. Try and keep a steady, even inhale and exhale. And take 2 more breaths like this. And then when you finish, keep your eyes closed. We're going to take the attention now to all of the muscles around the eyes and the eyebrows. Really check that you've let them go. So some of you might prefer to actually use your hands to run along the eyebrows to the temples and then carefully under the eyes as well, just to check you've really let all the muscles go. So often we're still gripping those tiny muscles around the tear ducts and even the outer corners of the eyes. There's so much going on here that we often forget to let go. And do the same around the nose and cheeks and around the jaw as well. around the ears and temples. Really trying to let go and find relaxation. Forehead. And then if you have been using your hands, bring them back down and try and keep that softness in the face. And we're going to work through some counted breathing. We're going to breathe in through the nose for 4, hold the breath for 7, and then slowly breathe out through the mouth for a count of 8. So I'll do the counting, you just need to follow along with your breath. So start by taking a normal inhale and a normal exhale to prepare. And then we'll inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then slowly let it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. In nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out mouth, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And find some stillness now. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm. And then very carefully make your way into Shavasana, your final relaxation. So either lying on your mat, or if you're quite happy where you are, feel free to stay there. You might want to turn out a light, if you like. So coming to lie down or sit comfortably. Close the eyes and let the whole body relax. Really noticing the body against the floor. And becoming aware of all of those points of contact you have with the floor, with the ground, with the earth. And then each time you notice that you're exhaling, try and let go a little bit more and make that contact with the earth become even greater. Keeping that softness in the face, remembering all of those tiny muscles, seeing if you can let them go. And then applying this to the whole body, so everything is relaxed. Keeping your attention on that breath. So if it's helpful, you can imagine again the blue stream of air coming in. And then the dark, smoky air on the exhale. And each time you notice that you've become distracted, bring the attention back to whatever your anchor may be, the breath, the body, whatever you've chosen. And start now to deepen the breath. Carefully start to bring your body back to life. Find a big, big stretch. Kick out through the fingers, the feet, reach up through the fingers. And then carefully make your way so that you're lying on one side. And then push yourself up, keeping your eyes closed to a seated position. You might be cross-legged or kneeling. And then sit up as tall as you can. Allow your mouth to form a smile. And take the prayer to your forehead for loving thoughts, to your mouth for loving words, and to your heart for a loving heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry this one wasn't live, but I hope you enjoyed that. You may have done it at another time anyway. There is a Shop Now button. Please feel free to make any donations. Thank you to those of you who have already. Sorry that was also a little less than an hour. Well done, and hopefully see you soon. Thank you.